Well, hello, good evening. This is your the man about town, Petty Murphy, reporting to you live from the back of the classroom with Akata News Network. What is that? Wait a minute. Stay tuned. Breaking news.
Listen, the reality also is this. Any policy that will benefit black people will benefit all of society. Let's be clear about that. Let's really be clear about that. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No.
VJ Jojo Chokolingam, now the head of admissions consultant at Interview SOS, an Indian American, he realized the only way that he would be accepted at med school would be to pass as black. He chronicled his experiences in his book, Almost Black, the true story of how I got into medical school by pretending to be black.
I shaved my head, I trimmed my eyelashes, and I decided to join the organization of black students so I could apply to medical school as a black man. I also used my middle name, Jojo. I subsequently interviewed at medical schools across the country and got into St. Louis University School of Medicine, despite the fact that my pretty pitiful 3.1 GPA was dramatically lower than their average of 3.7.
And now we're going to head to the race for New York City mayor and a new controversy.
Jennifer Bisram reports Zohran Mamdani's past is being questioned.
Latest polls show Queens Assemblyman Zohran Mamdani as the New York City mayoral frontrunner, beating former Governor Andrew Cuomo and Mayor Eric Adams. But the 33-year-old Democratic nominee, who identifies as a Muslim immigrant from South Asian descent, is coming under fire for a label he claimed as a high school senior applying for college. According to internal data from a hack of Columbia University the New York Times obtained, Mamdani, who was born in Uganda, checked a box that he was Asian, but also checked the box for black or African American on his Columbia University application, during a time when elite colleges factored in race in the admissions process. Mamdani says he did not consider himself either black or African American, but rather an American who was born in Africa, adding it was an attempt to represent his complex background given the limited choices before him.
So, VJ, what you're saying is that you didn't just check a box. You went full on Tootsie, and there are others out there who may not adopt the personification of a particular group, but they're checking the same box in the same way.
I'm an independent admissions consultant. I have so many clients who, they have an African-American great-great-grandfather, their great-great-grandmother was Hispanic or something like that, and for very flimsy reasons, they call themselves minority because they know it's going to improve their chances of admissions. The point is that as an Asian American, it is harder to get into college or graduate school than any other racial category. In every place where the data is available, it is consistently harder for an Asian American to get in. I used the example earlier of medical school admissions, where it was 50% easier to get into medical school as an Asian American compared to an African American. So statistical data, there is no rationalization for racism. Affirmative action is a system of legalized racism. It is a racial classification system that changes people's chances of admission to college or graduate school, and there is no justification for it.
VJ Jojo Chokolingam, by the way, Mindy Kaling's brother. I saved that for the end. Thank you for being here.
So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No.
Well, hello, it is your man, Petty Murphy, reporting to you live from the back of the classroom here at Akata News Network. What in the cosplaying Comic-Con is going on here? I think you've seen it, and I know you've heard it, but how many instances do I have to give you that they're not like us? They love to cosplay us when it comes to their benefit, when they claim we have no culture, no education, and nothing to give to society, yet they act like us to keep taking. As I told you before, palms up, catching that sunlight. If you can't see it, I don't know what else to tell you, but I'm going to skedaddle now. It's your man about town, Petty Murphy, reporting to you live from the back of the classroom here at Akata News Network. Realize, transparency forces accountability. Keep your eyes to the stars and that head on a swivel.